And now another quick introduction. Welcome to the Speak to Sell Yourself and the Business Show. Today, it's all about how to land a TEDx, how to get on a TEDx stage to share your message and also elevate your brand. And when I say your brand, I'm not saying you do it for just a business angle, which is not what TED and TEDx stand for. But the fact that you do it as a human being is going to give you credibility. It's going to give you visibility. It's going to enable you to share your greatness with the world. That's why it's such an amazing platform. And what I'm about to do now, let me just check the messages. Okay, we got everything going on in the background. I'm going to, John is making a few noises in the background. So I'm going to mute you, John, and you feel free to mute yourself in a moment. Let me just, I prepare a brief presentation today. Let me know if you can see it. Thumb up. Yeah. What can you see? Can you see the whole screen or can you just see a little bit? The whole thing.
Everything,
Amazing.
everything. It's okay.
Amazing stuff. And did I click
like that
record?
picture.
Did I click record as well? Yeah.
You did.
Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic. Because my mind is all over the place. And today we may finish a bit early because then I have another session to deliver. I'm speaking today to the NHS, which is very exciting. Right. So you may see that's me. That's my picture. That's my brother who took it. Fantastic. Yes. Well, I always wanted to do a TEDx. Even when I didn't know how I was going to do it, I just knew I wanted to do it. And what I'm going to share today is how I actually got there. And then what's happened since. Because on this picture, I'm not delivering the TEDx. I'm actually being the host of the whole event. And now I've been invited to do another host, well, to become the host for another event around Sheffield and then another one in Manchester. So the word is spreading and I haven't actually promoted myself or done anything about it. And then people are coming to me, which is fantastic. So in case you're wondering, and that's why I put this presentation on, you can read it yourself. TEDx is, well, as it stands for, independent TED-like events, okay? And they are organized by local communities. That's why there's Manchester, there's Sheffield, there's even Sheffield University, Sheffield Holland University, there's Bristol. There are different ones in London. So you can become a speaker. You can support the community by organizing a TEDx event. You can become part of the team that supports that TEDx event. You can be a curator, which actually you're just making sure that TEDx happens in agreement, in alignment with all the TEDx guidelines and everything else. And you can also be a coach supporting the speaker. So there's loads you can do here, which I've been doing, not just the speaking, which is incredible. And that's why I just recommend it to everybody, because it's not just the fact that you share your idea with the world, it's the fact that you connect with so many incredible individuals. Herman and I went to this one where you saw the picture a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, something like that. And we had such an incredible time. We stayed there for 2 days and we just loved the whole experience. Let me just click on that link. Let me know if you see the TEDx. That is the TED website. Can you see the TED website? Or am I not sharing the whole screen? No, if you're not seeing the TED website.
No, you're not.
Okay, cool. That's fine. So what I'll do, I'm just going to share. I'll share my screen and then you get to see everything. Cool. Can you see it now? Amazing, amazing stuff. Let me just move you around here. So if you want to do a TEDx, there we go. What's your excuse? Those are all the TEDx events happening worldwide. What is your excuse? If it's an excuse that you don't know what to say, I can help you with that today. I don't know how to get on a stage, I can help you with that today. So it can happen. It's happened for many people. And I can tell you, I helped last time people that didn't want to do public speaking. They hated it, but they had a message and they felt strongly about their message. For more information, I would invite you. This page has got so many resources. You can sign up for free and then you gain access to everything. You can find all of the different TEDx, the TEDs. You can actually, there's like an ideas bank where you can actually check all the different ideas that have been, touched on already, delivered, new ideas. So there is something in the chat here. And by the way, the blue ones, the light blue means they're still open. And I will tell you a bit more on how to get there. Well, always wanted to do a TEDx. Okay, then always wanted to do a TEDx, John. Fantastic. So I guess the next thing is, when are you going to be doing your TEDx? Let's put a ring to it. Let's put a date to it. even if the date doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. If you want to do one, I'll share with you how I actually got it, and which can be a strategy that works for you as well. Righty-o. Let me just go back to, okay, well, if I share the screen, I can actually take you back to my presentation here. There we go. So as you can see, there's loads of TEDx events happening worldwide. Loads. Let me just move this here. I'm moving your faces across my screen. And this is, I would say, I mean, you have to be famous maybe, or be in touch with the right people, or people know you because they've seen you speak before, or you are part of a business community. You might get invited. Yes. When I decided to do my TEDx, I had no idea about many things. And I didn't have the skills I have today. Even when I did my TEDx, I have more skills now, and I've learned, and, you know, we all develop in the process as speakers, as trainers, within our profession, as human beings and everything else. But you still might get invited. The thing is, back then, nobody knew me. Nobody knew Jose existed. And I was just, you know, living in the UK. I had a good job, or it was just a job within a corporate. So just so you know, if you get invited, say yes. I mean, that'd be fantastic. They're coming to you, which is kind of what's happening to me now, not to speak, but to host, to coach. And not to speak because I've already spoken in one of those platforms, so it would be actually too close to each other. So that's a different story for another day. So if you get invited, please say yes. If not, I want you to start thinking about, okay, if I'm going to be applying, I'm going to share the strategy, but also what could happen. I want you to put yourself in the mind, in the shoes of what could be the organizers. I was going to say the bookers, the people that are going to book you, but it's not the bookers in this case. It's actually the organizers. Okay. Let me just move this. I'm not happy with the way that your faces are on my screen today. 1 second, people. There we go. There we go. Liking it more now. So you want to do a TEDx? Then what is that idea worth spreading? And I want you all to think about it. People watching this on replay, what is your idea worth spreading, worth sharing? Check out the website, look for them. And because once you submit, and I explain to you how to do it, but I want you to start thinking about, okay, if I have my idea, what can I speak about? What kind of twist can I give to it? Because if it's already a topic the organizers have done a very similar talk on, then of course they may decline it. And when I say the organizers, I'm not talking about TED. I'm speaking about the specific TEDx you're applying for, okay? Because it will change from one to another. The fact that on TED they spoke about it, you can still speak on TEDx if you provide an enough different perspective angle to it, your own twist, okay? As you can see, the second one, it's an angle. Is it an angle well covered already on the TED and TEDx platforms? If it isn't, then you have a shot. But if you're going to be speaking about happiness again, wow, there has to be like something very, very unique for that also to stand out. And I'm saying this, and depending on the TEDx, because there are different TEDx as well. I mean, the different sizes. If you go to TEDx Bristol, it's way bigger than TEDx Sheffield. And then there are some other tiny ones around the UK, for example, and worldwide, as you could see. If you're getting started, I'm not going to say apply to the smallest ones, but apply to different ones, because then their standards are going to vary as well, even though the guidelines are going to be the same, because they need to respect the TEDx guidelines, the TED guidelines. And there is a full document for it, and you can actually find more on the website. So it isn't a sufficient form idea, or it's unclear how it could be developed into a talk. Because remember, you are not providing your talk to them. When you submit your application, you're giving them the idea and explanation, and I'm going to give you exactly the 5 things they're looking at. But then, okay, is it not? You can think about it. And then the subject matter is unsuitable, misleading, lacks good evidence. Evidence is key. It's not because I'm going to be speaking about love, but what am I basing that on? What do I know about it? What have I experienced? Have I got any data, any research backing it up? That's going to be very important when you create your persuasive message. Okay, so lacks good evidence, or maybe not permitted by the TEDx guidelines. Very simple stuff. But as you start thinking about it, and you could all do one, people, and it would be fantastic. Because remember, they are not looking for incredible speakers. They're looking for incredible ideas. And then they will help you in a way. And there is a community that can help you become that great speaker to deliver that greatness, which is your idea as well. So the 5 key questions. You submitted your application and you're just wondering, yeah, come on. I mean, hopefully, you know, I landed and they say yes and everything else. What are they looking at? When you submit your application, these are the 5 questions they tend to ask. And by the way, different organizers may have tweaks to these questions, but this is actually, if it's a very good TEDx, they're going to be asking and they're going to be very, very strict with these questions as well. I've got something in the chat, one sec. Okay, I'll do one when I get allowed invited and figure out my specific topic. I'll be happy to host too. Oh, there we go. You want to do it all, John? Well, then get involved, buddy. Get involved. If I can, of course you can, you know, come on. You know it well. And you know, you have got a very cool angle with the cubes and everything else. There is something in there. The 5 questions, why now? So what is it about the idea that resonates in the current climate? Maybe now speaking about COVID, it's just, you know, overcooked. But what else is happening now? What angle? There is a huge problem with, you know, with what's happening with Ukraine and everything else. Could there be something you create around that situation, around politics, around people's mentalities? What would be your twist? And then is it credible? Remember what I said before. Have you got any data backing you up? Who are you? Is it a well thought out idea with, you know, the good evidence? Why them? What's your story? Are you the best person to actually tell this story? And then, of course, qualifications, experiences, because as I said before, if I'm going to be speaking about love, then what do I know about it? Have I studied it? Have I done some research? Have I got like a neuroscientist angle to it? Or just the fact that I've got divorced and girls didn't like me, is that enough? And that's for them to judge as well. Well, don't you laugh about that one. I mean, I did struggle growing up, but there we go. Things happen, you know. Then why our TEDx? Being on, you know, I'm the organizer, I'm the curator. So how does the speaker fits our theme? Because remember, all TEDx have different themes. So when you're thinking about your idea and looking for them, so what idea have you got that can fit the theme? And does the story or message resonate with our theme, values? Be mindful of all of that. Because some people just go and provide the same idea to different ones just to see if something lands, something happens. But then if you can tweak it, you can adapt it, it would be the word I'm looking for, to what they're after, then you will have, you stand a chance. I mean, you have got more opportunities. And of course, even though I said you don't need to be a speaker, can you talk? Can you talk? Is there some sort of inspiration, passion, connection with your topic? Do you think if we provide the right coaching, that person, that, you know, speaker will be able to inspire the audience, to excite them, to get them to leave the room, you know, with a new perspective? And because for TEDx, the people who get involved, they are doing it, they don't charge for it, it's just to support the community. Then since they don't charge, sometimes they may not have the resources to provide enough coaching, and I'm generalizing here, enough coaching to help certain individuals. There will be bigger organizers that will have more resources and more outreach, and they can invite more coaches, and then people want to get involved. But there are some other smaller events where actually they may have just 1 or 2 coaches, or even 1 coach, and they may be struggling to get one. And then be mindful that there are many coaches out there, and, you know, you may get different perspectives, different types of support. That's why it's always good to see what's going on and learn by yourself all of these elements before you think about it. As you know, people, you're watching this right now live, you can easily watch the replay. You can drop us any questions now or later. This is going to be available. Remember. And as I always say, what kind of actions are you going to be taking? What kind of actions are you going to be taking as you're watching this? So these are the 5 questions. So you put yourself in the shoes of you didn't get invited this time. I'm going to share with you what I did, which is fairly simple. There's no rocket science here. And then, so if I get denied or they decline my application, why would it be? And then what are the 5 questions they're asking, so that I can adapt as much as possible my idea. And then by the time, and you might be wondering, you did this, Jose, the other way around. Yeah, I started with all of the different things to start getting you to think about your idea and everything else. And then the application process is just the application process. But then I want you to focus on the video as well. because that is the difference that is going to make the difference to your application. People read it. Yes, you can submit the idea and you can actually use this, a bit of an intro, what's it talk about, what's unique about it, how relevant is it to the event's theme, all of those questions. The call to action in this case is, I would really like to be part of this. Please consider me. That's the kind of a call to action. That's why I call it call to action in there. It's not, you're not selling anything or anything like that, which many people tend to do as well. They just go because they want to be there because they've got a book, or they want to be there because they got coaching that they can do based on their topic they deliver. And even though when you actually provide an incredible idea, that's what I used to say to speakers, if you're providing an incredible idea, people are going to connect with you regardless. They're going to want to know more about what you do. They're going to research you. They're going to look you up instead of you just pitching an idea, which of course won't be allowed as per the guidelines. So what you will be doing here is just potentially wasting your time applying to it. So that is kind of the structure for the video, no more than 5 minutes. And in terms of the emotion, I want your passion in there. We've spoken about passion in the past, and show how much you know the topic and how much you've researched the whole thing. Why are you applying to that specific TEDx event? I want you to answer that question. Why am I applying to this? Because then when you go, yeah, I'm Jose Ucar, I'm a communication public speaking coach. And then you can give them a bit of background about yourself. But what is the talk about? What is the essence of your idea? And I'm going to repeat it again. What is unique about it? What is the uniqueness of your talk? Because that's what I want you. And this applies great to business as well. What's unique about my product? What's my unique angle? How am I solving things differently? How am I helping people differently as well? Why will people come to me? That's why I love all of these questions so much, because they apply to different things. What's in it for the audience? For any presentation is key. What are they going to be taking away at the end? So we had an incredible speaker. Her name is Jacob, and he spoke about the hustle porn. And just the name of it was catchy. And he drew people in. Wow, I mean, hustle porn, what's going on? And then he spoke about, what's really going on social media and how we just chasing that dream and killing ourselves. Well, killing ourselves, not literally. Well, some people may, but then we burn out and everything else. And then what he did was just provide that his unique view with a powerful story. The guy said, Jacob, if you're listening to this, buddy, because he's a bit of a genius. He started so young. I think he was like 5'4" when he started, working with computers and programming and things, and he's only like 22, 23. So all of his package was appealing for that theme, which was, what was in her mind? Was it orchestrating the future? No, orchestrating the future was mine. Creating new ideas for the future, I think it was.
Yeah, something around the future again.
Well,
like
creating
in the future. Yeah.
So it was well connected, and also it was serving the community as well, because he's a local guy, which is another thing. The organizers tend also to look for local people, not just internationals or from outside that area. Simple. How simple? I mean, the structure and everything else. So you have it now. It's all about taking some action. And when I say this, yeah, I mean, it's not to say that tomorrow you got your idea. But if you plant that seed today, that you want to do it, and on a daily basis, you read things and you find things and you add things to it, you start taking notes. I started taking notes on my new phone. So, and I also learned what to do to lock it and everything else. So even if it gets stolen, they can actually not turn it off. So Find My iPhone is still available. So I learned something new. Thank you, Herman.
Yeah, that was shared with me, and I said, oh, look, this is for Jose straight away.
It was fantastic. But, back up all the information as well, which I did 80%. So it wasn't too bad. So yeah, or you can write it down. I usually have like a notepad, and then I write things down. I take a picture, whatever your process is. I wasn't invited. I applied for this for next week, but I applied, and I think a speaker dropped out because only a week before the event, they called me in. Jose, can you do it? And of course, I'm going to say yes. I wouldn't say no to that opportunity. I'm going to be at the Excel speaking about my accent is your asset and all of that malarkey, which I love. And why am I linking it to this? Very good point. Why was linking it to this? Okay, yes, because celebration. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, now I know why I was linking it to this, because now that I know I need to deliver it next week, even today, as I was preparing this, ideas came to mind. The mind, of course, as you know, will start spotting, filtering that information if you really want to find more things to support your talk, to support your idea. So intention, set that intention. If you don't set that intention today, don't come back to this show. That's it. Oh, goodness me, I'm in trouble. Let me just drink a bit of water. Of course, you can come back to the show. I'm only joking a little bit. I do want you to take action though. Law of attraction, exactly. Law of attraction, absolutely. And then the mind starts, seeing that, and there's the energy in the universe, where focus go, energy flows. There's all of those things which are fantastic. So, train the mind, work on it. And now the easiest thing of all is the strategy to apply, which is, I guess I could have started with this, but I decided, no, put yourself in the shoes of the organizers. What are you going to be thinking about? How do you need to think about this? And how I started, I've shared with you the TED page. In there, where you have, I don't know how many, well, I think 13,000 have been throughout the years, but you saw the different dots. Let me share that one again, because I think it's powerful. Oh, goodness me, help me out here. I love it. I love it. Where are we? Okay, I'm only going to share that one. So those are all the events in the world happening right now. All of the light blue ones are still looking for speakers. Okay. Simple. There's no lack of offer or offering. Herman, every time I try to share the screen, your face is in the way. I don't know what that means to our relationship anyway. Cool. So check it out. And then what you do, you find the different TEDx events in your area or in your country or wherever. If you want to travel, that's up to you. The more, the more you broaden the area, the more opportunities you will have. Look up their individual websites. They all have individual websites. So you can find them there. And then if you type their name, for instance, Sheffield Hallam University or TEDx Sheffield Hallam University on Google, then the website will come up. And then they usually have like a contact form. On many occasions, they don't have all the application form ready, but then you can get in touch with them. Let me just drink a bit of water. What I did, people, was that I would submit the contact form, and I applied, I think over time, maybe to 100 or more, until eventually all I needed was one. And I think that's all I got. One and a couple of more responses saying, yeah, no, you're not the right fit for this. Okay, fair enough. I only needed one. All you need is one to start with. You don't need 10. You just need one. So I submitted the contact form. And what I would do as well, and I think I can, let me go to one of the pages I had open, especially for this, just to show you. So you click in there, and whatever you want to do, you tell you TEDx Gem, for instance, and then you can actually Google this. And that's what I did, for instance, with Cherry Creek. And then as you Google that, you see, about us, you have got all of the different links, so you can engage them on social media as well. There's usually a contact form. And if there isn't a contact form here, then what I'll do, I'll look for the organizers. They have the team. I think that the team, where is it? They usually have like the team. Yeah, team. Since this is also around connections and building connections and collaborating and everything else, then you got their names and you can look them up on LinkedIn or on any social media and engage with them. Drop them a message in there saying, yeah, I'm interested. I've got this idea. I would love to have a chat. Put yourself out there. That's what I did. Put yourself out there, especially if you haven't spoken much or you haven't got, important as well, reels or videos of you speaking, then it's very important, which I didn't back then. So it's very important that you engage with as much people as possible. Ask them questions. What do I need? How is this idea? What could I tweak? And people do help. That's what I love about this community when I generalize overall. Another one, well, this is another website, TEDx Sheffield Hallam University. That's the one I did. If you want to look at the ideas, you can look for the 2019 speakers, 2015, the 2022. Fairly simple. They do have a contact form in there. I would also invite that you contact similar stuff, connect with the organizers, look them up. And this is what I did. with Theo. I connected with Theo. We had a few conversations, and now Theo is the guy that invited me to be the coach, the curator, the host, and he's now the one spreading the word about me hosting more TEDx events up in that area. So there is another one, as I said, in Sheffield, and there is another one in Manchester coming soon, hopefully. I still need to check with them. LinkedIn, we use LinkedIn for many things. We use LinkedIn to build our business. So I tried, okay, let me just go, if I do TEDx organizers, what could I share with these guys today? Well, there we go. Of course, South Africa, you can filter it, but right away, you got loads of people. This is Dr. Cindy, who's a regular in our Clubhouse community. She did her TEDx late last year. And then you can start finding people, short talk expert, TEDx speaker, coach, talk like TED. There we go. So you have got no excuses. As I said before, you have it all in there. Let me go back to my presentation. And that's it. And eventually you submit the application, or you ask them to send you, they will generally email you the link. It can even be sometimes a Google form. Some TEDx have got a more developed website, and you can actually submit it there. So they give you like an access area, membership area, something like that, and then you do it. And voila, you've got pretty much everything you need. How to start thinking about it, putting yourself in their shoes, and everything else. And of course, as I always like to say, you have the opportunity. If you have this idea, you want to chat more about it, you want to expand, you can always book a strategy call with me. This is available on all my social media. This is available on my website as well, joseucar.com. And today, as a bonus, I always want to give more to this incredible community. I was speaking to Herman, and we run the marketing business as well together. And we said, well, why don't we give the community a special deal when it comes to creating art designs for your social media, which is something we do. We are always happy to support businesses with, and also to give you a bit of a taste of what it is like to work with us. So if you're interested, all you need to do is just drop us a message as well. We've got a special offer. What did we say was going to be, Herman? It's 10, you have 10 posts, 10 designs for, did we say 80 pounds?
Yeah, that's it. We're going to create 10 posts with the information people are going to share, obviously. And yeah, we're going to give a very nice result in the end. For just 80 pounds. It's worth just trying.
Amazing. So we have that. And I think we're always going to come up with something as well, because we want people to come closer, to start doing things differently as well. There is, even if you want to land at TEDx, you start posting different type of content. It looks more professional. People will always, whether we want to, admit it, accept it, like it or not, people will always. John, yeah, got to run, my friend. Well, feel free to jump on a call, whatever you need. Happy to chat. And if you got something for the 13th of May, yeah, absolutely. So we're here to serve. All the very best to you, brother. Yeah, that's it. The magic cube. And as I was saying, people will check. What's that? The freedom.
It's the freedom cube.
Well, freedom cube, yeah.
Google it.
I will, my friend.
Freedom from depression.
Freedom from depression. Jose, time to remember that. Okay. What's I going to do is change the view here. And yeah, so we've got that offer going on. If you want to apply for it, all you need to do is just get in touch with me, Herman, even Rashmi, Browsing Marketing, because as I was saying, people will check your social media, whether you like it or not. And then if it looks professional, if it's looking, it stands out somehow, it's going to help you to get booked, to be perceived as an authority within your field and whatever that might be. And then we're giving that as a bonus to get started with us. And then who knows, we're always happy to support you with your marketing, to help you take your business to the next level. Use the power of speaking as well to pitch differently, to connect, to deliver incredible presentations, to speak to sell, which is what the show is about, and more. So people, we've done incredibly well today. I think I've spoken a bit faster than usual. Maybe I did want to put the presentation like that because I can say that the the different tips and the different pieces of information. I can't say them out loud, but I also wanted you to have them in there when you watch this on replay, or if you rewind this and watch it again right now, it's available on Facebook as well. I want you to then be able to take notes and to read it as well. So if you stop it, take a screenshot, whatever that might be. I would love you to get on a TEDx stage for different reasons. As I said before, it will help you. It will help your brand, your personal brand even if you're not running your business, it doesn't matter. And most importantly, you're going to get that message out there. Your unique idea worth sharing that is going to help people to change their perspective a little bit, see things under a different light, and much more. You have got something to say. You have got a story to tell. Just think about it a little bit. I've shared with you some of the structures and strategies to make it happen. Now it's time to just go and do it. It's been a pleasure. Remember that you can always book a call with me, a strategy call, then we can put a plan together to move forward with whatever you need with regards to your speaking, to your marketing, to growing your business. We are going to be developing new programs as well. They're coming shortly, so stay tuned. Keep on coming to the community. If you know anyone that could benefit from this, invite them in. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on LinkedIn, we are everywhere. We're on YouTube, and we're growing this community. We want to support many more of you. All the very best, everybody. It's been a pleasure. I'll let you all go. See you. I'll speak to you very soon. All the very best, everybody. Bye-bye. Ciao. Bye, people. Woo! Oh, hold on. What's happening next week? Oh, goodness me. What's happening next week?
Oh.
Next week, we've got the one and only Bridget Farrell, all the way from Ireland. She is a powerhouse, and she's going to be speaking about, Rasmi is going to be helping me with this, because I think it was how to speak confidently in a foreign language. I think it was. Let me see. Yes, being yourself and pick up in a foreign language. She is a powerhouse. She runs a very successful business. Please, if you cannot make it live, watch it. Make sure you watch it and get in touch with her because she's amazing. Now I'm gone. I'm going to get ready for my next session. Herman, Rasmi, a pleasure. Benefit from the call, people, and also the special deal that we're offering. 10 social media posts. Okay, will help you with the designs, with the content, just to get some incredible stuff out there on your social networks for only 80 quid. I'll see you all very soon. Keep in touch. See you later. Bye-bye. Woohoo.